Have you ever wondered why some people treat their birthday like it's just another normal day, but deep inside it isn't? When you were a child, your birthday felt magical. Your heart would beat faster at the sight of balloons, cake, and the feeling that for one beautiful day, the world revolved around you. But somewhere along the way, adulthood shifted that feeling. Now the same day arrives quietly. You wake up, check a few messages, maybe get a call, and move on like nothing happened. You tell yourself it's not a big deal. You say you don't care. But psychology says otherwise. People who treat their birthday like an ordinary day aren't emotionless. They were usually the most reflective, the ones who learned to lower their expectations because disappointment taught them to. Birthdays are emotional mirrors. They show us how we feel about being alive, how comfortable we are with attention, and how deeply we allow ourselves to be seen. When someone says, "I don't care about my birthday," sometimes it means they've let go of the need for validation. But sometimes it means, "I stopped expecting it." There's a huge difference between maturity and emotional withdrawal. Some people genuinely find peace in ordinary days. Their joy is no longer tied to dates or celebrations. They've learned that life itself is the real celebration. But for others, birthdays quietly reopen old memories, moments of being forgotten, moments of caring too much, moments where expectations became painful. So they protect themselves with a simple sentence: "It's just another day." Psychologically, this is emotional self-protection. The brain reduces anticipation to avoid hurt. It chooses stability over excitement because excitement once led to pain. But that protection comes with a cost. Over time, it softens joy, making people walk through life as guests in their own story, present but distant, and even those who claim they don't care still notice who remembered, still notice who didn't. Caring, whether loud or quiet, is human. Psychologists call this avoidant validation behavior, convincing yourself you don't need recognition because part of you fears not receiving it. For many adults, celebrating becomes complicated. Birthdays remind them of time, of progress, of the gap between who they wanted to be and who they are now. Some blur the day into the rest of the week because reflection feels heavy. It's not denial, it's emotional grounding. Then there's the deeper layer. Those who grew up being the strong one, the responsible one, the giver, they learn to downplay their needs. They remember everyone else's milestones but forget their own. Over time, being celebrated feels strange, unnecessary, even uncomfortable. Not because they don't want love, but because they're tired. They want to be understood, not just congratulated. The more emotionally independent someone becomes, the harder it is to receive love without suspicion. Their birthday becomes a neutral zone, a day where vulnerability could surface, but instead becomes practicality. It's fine, they say. But inside, dozens of emotions gather: nostalgia, gratitude, loneliness, acceptance, longing. Even people who outgrow the celebration still feel the echo of childhood excitement. The psychology behind this is called temporal self-awareness. Your birthday forces you to compare who you were a year ago with who you are today. Sometimes that reflection feels inspiring. Sometimes it feels uncomfortable. So instead of facing it, people choose to move through the day quietly. But treating your birthday normally doesn't mean you're numb. It means you're aware of time, of change, of what celebration really means now. When we're kids, birthdays are about the world recognizing us. When we're adults, they're about recognizing ourselves. They become less about presence and more about presence. Quiet birthdays don't mean emptiness. They often mean alignment with one's inner values. Some celebrate by walking alone, cooking their favorite meal, or taking a day to breathe. It's the soft joy of solitude, something society often misunderstands. Silence is not sadness. Silence can be sacred. Still, even the quietest souls crave recognition. Not grand gestures, just sincerity. They want someone who remembers them without being reminded. Someone who sees through their armor. That's the paradox of emotional evolution. You can be content and still crave connection. You can be grounded and still long to be seen. Birthdays become subtle tests, not spoken but observed. Who reached out? Who remembered? Who still sees you? Even if you tell yourself it doesn't matter, a small part of you checks. Not out of weakness, but humanity. And there's something else psychology reveals. Birthdays trigger an emotional inventory. Gratitude, regret, hope, nostalgia all mixed together. The day becomes a checkpoint, quietly asking, am I living honestly? Am I becoming someone I recognize? Some growth doesn't need to be visible. It lives in the way you forgive faster, complain less, or appreciate small moments more. Maybe that's the truest celebration, finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. But here's the truth, even the most self-sufficient people deserve to feel special. They spend all year holding others up, remembering others' days, giving without asking. Sometimes they forget that they too deserve a little light, they too deserve warmth. They too deserve to be seen. If your birthday ever felt ordinary, or if you felt a quiet ache beneath the calm, that's your heart reminding you that connection still matters. That existing itself is worth celebrating. Treating your birthday like a normal day isn't detachment. It's evolution, it's maturity. But if someone remembers, let them say your name. Let them remind you that you matter, because you do, even on the quiet days. Even when you say it's just another day, especially then. You don't need confetti to be worth celebrating. You already are the celebration, every version of you that survived to reach this moment. And that is the psychology of people.